Hey guys, sorry, can you guys hear me? Okay. So praise the Lord. I was baptized and spirit filled when I was 8 years old, and I have a pretty amazing testimony when I was a kid. Most of you know, though, just recently that I'm doing like lifeguarding, and there's always a testimony that comes out of that job. I tell you what, it's always something. So the last couple of days I've been really, really busy, and it's been really hot and up on stand, and um, there's been a lot of incidents that have happened at work lately. One of them was one of our guards passed out, and that was quite insane because she was just not feeling good. I guess she had ruptured her eardrum from all the diving that we've been doing, um, and she passed out. And so that was quite scary, and you have to work fast to deal with that. But she was okay. Like the Lord's just been guiding our hands, or guiding my hand, especially with all of these things that I've been having to deal with at work. Yesterday was very, very busy day. And yesterday was a very busy day, but so was Friday. Friday, we had a summer camp. We had two different summer camps, and I don't think we realized that there was another summer camp that was coming. We only thought we had one, but there was another one. And it was a very poorly orchestrated summer camp. It wasn't by us, obviously, because we're just the guards, but it was by an organization that brought in a bunch of youths. I think they were troubled youths, I'm not sure. Um, and they came to our lake on Friday morning. Um, and a lot of them couldn't swim, but they thought they could swim. And that was that was a lot of fun. We had a drowning, not a fatal drowning, but the kid was drowning. Um, and that was quite scary because the guards on stand, I wasn't on stand at that time, but the guards on stand um didn't see him. They just didn't see him because there's so many kids in the water. And the supervisors for the camp weren't there. We had no idea where they were. They weren't watching the kids. They weren't watching anybody. Um, and they weren't there. And it's not up to us to babysit the kids that you're supposed to be watching. And so I kind of just had like a little prayer under my breath because this kid came up. These two girls brought him in. Praise the Lord, like those girls were there. Like the Lord watches, like I know he watches out for people, but like this kid was so small. He was 5 years old, and he had gone out to the deep end and nobody like saw him at all. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, I wasn't on stand. Like all the guards who were on stand felt so guilty. Um, and the supervisors weren't there. Like we gave them a good earful when we found him. Um, but like so far, we haven't had a fatal victim. And whenever I get up on stand, like I always pray to myself, and this is the testimony because I always just have like a little bit of prayer in the spirit. Um, because it's just a scary like job, and I didn't realize how like intense it could be. Um, Another little testimony as well is that we had somebody go under the dock, and he went under the dock. And we had the last fatal victim that we had was years ago, but the same thing happened was the kid went under the dock. And unfortunately, we had that happen again this last weekend. And you have to do some special jock training, and it's very scary because you have to get with another guard and you have to hold on to their forearms, and one guard sweeps you under the dock so you can feel for the kid, and then you come out, they sweep you back out from under the dock, and then you have to sweep the other guard under. It's like a two system, like you have to do it. And so we ended up, the kid was okay. Praise the Lord, the kid was okay. But it's just a scary job, and I always have to just pray in the spirit, because like I come home and I like think to myself like this is a really hard job, and I just kind of like isolate myself because it's like it can be pretty like scary and depressing, and I get like into my head a lot. So like that's one of the reasons why you guys haven't seen me very often, because I just kind of isolate myself. And like I just love like when I walked in today, just seeing all your faces, like you're just like at my car. Like I don't know like how it happens, but like all the ladies are just like at my car, like looking in the window, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like there they are. And like Charlie's like, I missed you, and Tammy's like, it's so good to see you, and Mom's like, where's Freya? You know. But like it's just it's a really intense job, and I didn't think that it would take such a toll on me, but I know Craig can understand this being a firefighter. Like, it takes a toll and it chips away at you. And it's a scary job because I mean, but like I find prayer when I can. You know, I go out diving every single day and I find prayer. Like I even pray in my head, like in the spirit whenever I'm diving in the water, like that the Lord just like blesses me and helps me be a good testimony and that nothing bad happens that day while I'm on watch, you know? And so I just really praise the Lord that He's with me. And there's always a testimony at the lake. So I'm sure I'll be back on Wednesday or Sunday telling you about what else happened. But, anyways, praise the Lord.